Hello again. About to do a oil change on my classic 500 Royal Enfield, and let's get on with it. I'm going to warm it up first. I just thought for a bit of fun we'd kickstart it for a change instead of using the electric start. Usually takes 3 kicks. Quite fortunate that the garage has got a back door, so I can let the stink out. Current mileage. I hope this camera covers it all. I'm gonna remove this one, the main drain plug. There's this screen here I will be taking off, 2 little 8mm bolts, and I will be draining from that front bolt as well. There's always some oil in there, so that's the plan of action. But I shall do the main drain first. I've got my super duper new draining pan, so hopefully, I don't know how I'm going to film this. Maybe I'm not. Well, I'm going to take that bolt out anyway, and that looks bigger than what I've got spanners for. It looks like a 17mm, doesn't it? I'm going to get my spanner. Okay, just 19mm. There we go. I've not used this pan on a motorcycle, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to get. Yeah, looks alright. Not too much mess on my carpet. magnet. Looks pretty clean to me. That's good. Let's put it down on the side there. I can let that one drain. There, it's just draining now. That's quite useful, that little pan. Remove the filler. Oh, I'm doing the loosened off the screen bolts on this little. I think that's set there. Oh, maybe that. Yeah. There's little 8mm bolts. See, it's amazing how much more oil is still in there. I don't know these bolts. Bloody. To be honest, I've forgotten what's on the end of this screen. Oh, here we are. That's that bolt. I'll have a look at it together. Oh, here we are. It's just it's another magnet. And a screen. Yeah, can you see that? That's what's in there. That screen and a magnet, which looks very clean, I'm pleased to say. Ooh. Let's bring you out. Here we are. It looks pretty clean to me. And the magnet has just got a few little bits of stuff on the top. Nothing to worry about. Okay. So the last one to take off is this 12mm bolt here. This is right at the front of the engine, nearest the front wheel. The oil doesn't look too bad, it's looking a bit black, but it's not been changed in 2,500 miles. So, or actually it's about, I think it was 2020 it was last changed. So I haven't done a lot of miles since then, because I've had one year where I had a twisted hernia and I couldn't lift or maneuver anything, so that summer season was out. And then the following year, 2021, I moved house, and I spent most of the summer packing up the bloody all the bits and pieces, so I didn't get to ride it very much that summer. So, and then it's really now this summer it started off nice, and then it's turned into a very wet July and August, and we haven't been very far on it. But I did notice when I was checking it the other day that it was black, so I'm showing black in the sight glass. So I'm just going to let all that rock drain drip for the minute, as long as it needs to, until it stops dripping, and then I'm going to get the filter out. Get this filter out and put a new one in while they're all dripping. I'm going to get another bowl to catch the muck. Right, I'll stop you for a minute. Old Royal Enfield, got some filters. I got a packet of them years ago for when I was running the 500 Electra X. They all run the same filters, so I think it's about 12 quid for a packet of all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, oh, 12, about £3.5 each. Brilliant. I don't know what's going on with this. Let's this is spring loaded, so you go. Oops. Quite a strong spring, that, really. Ta-da. Same size as those two. Make sure it cloth's nice and clean. Like that. Lovely gently. Nice and clean. Alright, we'll see if we've got some new O-rings. Got some. Right, there's a new filter. I'm going to pop that in there. Make sure that O-ring stands up. That's it. There it goes. Toby, where'd you come from? Hey, you naughty boy. Where'd you come from? Hey, come on. You can get away running, can you? Come on. Come on, you. There's some rubber gloves in there. Yeah. That's it. And that can drip dry. Well, this is what I'm putting back in. What I used before. It says 2.5 litres. That should do it. So that's what I got. So I'll get a funnel and we'll pour that in, basically. now. I'm not going to put it all in, I just got a little drop left, about half a litre. I think I'll start it up and we'll see how it turns out. It's showing fully in the sight glass. Have a look, see. This engine on this 500 Classic is the EFI, which is electronic fuel injection, which relates to this. It's very easy to service because you don't have to do anything to the tappets. You don't have to, you know, with the new model, the Meteors, you have to do the tappet clearances, but on this it's got hydraulic tappets, which means that they're always at the correct setting because the oil pressure keeps them in the right where they should be. So very easy in that respect. Nothing, you know, never been touched since I've had it. So that's a bit of a bonus as opposed to the new ones, which you have to do every so often, don't you? I mean, they're good bikes. It does vibrate, but you get used to that. And I've taken measures to reduce the vibration. I've got I've raised the handlebars, as you can see with this gadget here off eBay. It gives it another 2 inches higher, and I would like them higher still, really, but I've got these extra bits of foam on the handlebars to cut out the vibration, and I got lead shot in the handlebars themselves, but there's still vibration, but it's acceptable. It doesn't make your hands go numb. Some bikes, I mean, I've had 2-strokes in the past, Yamaha 2-strokes, the RD400 and YR3 350 when I was younger, and they used to give you dreadful vibration and your fingers used to go numb, completely numb. And I've had Harleys, I've had a couple of Harleys, but they give you vibration, but you know, nothing that bad really. And before this Enfield, I had a Triumph 900 Adventurer, 1998 Adventurer triple, which I assumed would be a very smooth bike, but in actual fact it had a horrible vibration patch around 3 to 4,000 revs. I couldn't believe it. It only had it for 2 months because I got rid of it. And that was really horrible. So, you know, and then I had a Suzuki V-Strom 650, a V-twin, and that was as smooth as anything. But they've all got their own characteristics. Oh, a little more, yeah. But it's a lovely bike, and I've done work on it that makes it a bit nicer. It's got a carbury. That's another bearing which comes onto this end of the crank, an extra bearing to take out the load. And I've gone up a tooth on the gearbox sprocket, which gives me a bit more speed at the top end. It'll do 85 now on the flat or whatnot. Cruise on 70 easy on the dual carriageway, and it's up to motorway speed in the flash. So I wouldn't mind one of the new ones, but to be honest, they're only 350. If they made a 500, I think I would have had one by now. But I don't think 350 is quite powerful enough. It just needs a little bit more oomph. And then I look at the 650, the twin, and it's, yeah, I wouldn't mind one, but it's a hell of a price jump from what the 350s are to the 650. You know, nearly 8 grand for the one I'd like. And do I warrant it? I don't do enough miles to warrant having one, really. Anyway, this is a cracking bike. Does 95 to the gallon. So what more could you want? Let's have a look at the other side. Yeah. It's all there. Doesn't leak oil or anything. Got ABS. I've had to change the battery, but now I've got a decent battery on there. It's brilliant. I've got the same battery as I got on the old 750. One from I always want to call it Tanya batteries, but it's not. It's Tana batteries. One of those gel ones, I think it is. But, I'm just trying at the moment with that 750 to get it change the taxation class to historical vehicle, so I won't have to tax it or MOT it. Because for some reason it's on a Q plate. I don't know why, whether it was because it was imported, but it's original, totally original, except for the exhaust, which you can't get original exhaust. So it's got a 3-into-1. But so yeah, trying to get the historical vehicle tax on that, so there will be no tax, and then I might use it a bit more. Right.